Hello and welcome back. Last time we uncursed the cursed item we found in the swamp, which was a key, and yeah, we cleansed the curse, which was a murder mystery that was based on the murder in the Orient Express, I suppose. I'm not that familiar with those Poirot stories, but hey, this time we are exploring what's left in the swamp. Then we'll go to bed, and then we'll find what else we can find to uncurse. So, because we've put it off, because I thought it was the main quest line, let's go to Largemouth Bass and Sons. I accidentally stumbled into the main story, when I actually just wanted to do side questing first. Hello, who are you? State your business. Business, pleasure, Largemouth Bass. I'm here about the missing children. Tom and Kathy, yeah, that's a sad song. You'll need to talk to, I guess, either Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that, but I wouldn't let either of them know that you've been speaking to the other. The bosses, they don't talk anymore. What goes on at this place? At Largemouth Bass and Sons, we fish largemouth bass, and most of us are sons. Why don't the bosses speak to one another? Between you and me and 3,600 largemouth bass, Mr. Chapman and Tracy haven't been on speaking terms since Mr. Chapman was snubbed at the Aquademy Awards a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to the business, which is... Mr. Tracy debones the fish and Mr. Chapman rebones them. Only then are the fish ready for sale at market. Are you saying you take out the fish's bones and then put them back in? It's tradition. For generations, a Chapman has deboned the bass and a Tracy has reboned them. That technique, that unique process is what gives our bass its distinctive tang. What do you think happened to the kids? If you ask me, that's what I just did. Hell, they ran off. This life isn't for everyone, and Tom and Kathy, they never had the makings of a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. Okay, I'll be going. Alright then. This sign identifies these waters as a site of historical importance. This pool is the birthplace of largest mouth Luke, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence on August the 2nd, 1792. He returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. Alright. And you are? A viscous puddle reflects a gloomy face. Talk to the puddle or the man? Let's talk to the puddle. Hello, sir. Yes. Let's talk to the man then. What's the matter with you? She's left me. Who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person? No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. What happened to your truck? Our truck. It's the company truck. We use it to take the fish to market. A couple of nights ago I forgot to fill her up with her bed. And that must have really ticked her off, because the next morning, she was gone. No, nothing. Are you suggesting the truck is sentient? It's funny, I wouldn't have thought so, but I can't see any other explanation for it running off the way it has. Could it have anything to do with the missing kids? Tom and Kathy? You'd have to ask Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that. Maybe they took the truck? I don't know, seems like a stretch. When did the children go missing? Same day as the truck, but I think that's probably a coincidence. What's this puddle here? It's the gas. I never gave her that. It's the gas I never gave her that night. It's here now, in our special place, waiting for her to come home. Is it working? Obviously you can see that it is not. How far could someone have gone in the truck? With the gas left in there, couldn't have gone further than 100 miles. 100 miles, okay. No, 100. Sorry, 100 is fisherman's lingo, it means 11s. 11, missing truck, huh? That's a shame. She'll be back. She has to come back. She'll run out of gas otherwise. And then where will she be? Good luck with the track. I gotta go. With the truck. I gotta go. Alright, and you are... Don't waste Mr. Chapman's time. This guard seems happy to be here, but skeptical of you. Ah, we can fish with the hot rod. I hope you're not planning on sticking that rod in there. Largemouth Bass & Sons have the exclusive license to fish those waters. Is there any way I can fish here? No, Largemouth Bass & Sons has the fishing rights. Flex and say fishing might makes fishing right. With five muscle, I have that. That attitude might get you places in smallmouth bass and nephews, but we run things differently here. Ah, shame. Okay. No largemouth basses for us. There's something fishy going on in there. Let's climb up. It's a cat. Fishermen's cats are a touchy sort and regard unproven outsiders with the highest suspicion. Let's try to pet her. The cat avoids your touch. You get the sense that only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will overcome its suspicion of you. Alas, that's a shame. What do we have here? The chum bucket is inscribed. A stranger is just a chum you haven't met yet. Those are decorative. And the chum inside is the very first batch of chum ever made by Largemouth Bass & Sons back in the summer of 1803. It reminds us of our humble beginnings. Can I have it? No, okay. A chum bucket is inscribed. Champagne for my real chums, real pain for my sham chums. The chum bucket is inscribed. Chum pain for my real chums, real pain for my chum chums. That one's a little more esoteric. Lo, with the reboning knife of righteousness has a complete bass been forged. The Book of Karas. Back there's the mess. That's okay, I don't mind. Not messy, it's the mess. As in, where we have our meals. Oh, I thought they only called it a mess in the armed forces. And is fishing not the armed forces? What do we use to hold the rods? Your arms. Yes. Let's just talk to him. Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not to wind up behind a desk. Let's talk to him. Hello there. I wonder, do you ever wish you'd had a glorious death at sea? Ho ho. Many a sea creature has tried to give me one bucko, but before they can get their teeth in me, I've reboned them 6 ways to Sonntag. He spits a wad of chewing tobacco at out the door. Guy Chapman, Chief Reboning Officer, Largemouth Bass & Sons. Are you here about Tom? I saw the poster about the missing children. What do you do here? I am the Chief Reboning Officer here at Largemouth Bass & Sons, like my father was before me, and etc. It's a wonderful life, a good family life. I saw the posters about the missing children. Find one child and you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's gator by that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. A good and true fisherman led astray by that delinquent sorceress who's never cared a Walt Whitman for what we do here with largemouth bass. Occam's gator? Chapman's cheeks darkened to the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. As long as there has been a Largemouth Bass & Sons, there has been an Occam's gator, to our great misfortune. I'd venture that there's no creature of land nor sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red as a furnace with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are a plague in our business. He'll eat everything we've got, largemouth bass, everything. It keeps me up at night wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps, perhaps. But damn it, that's what gives us our. But damn it, that's what gives our bass its sing. Wait, you're being a little sexist, don't you think? Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm only saying that she may have got my boy eaten by a gator man. But when you throw words like Jezebel around, that's a little loaded. Is it? Well, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change, but you have to be patient with me, alright? I'm old-fashioned, and I can't keep up with all these new ideas your generation has. Gender, penicillin. How is Kathy responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Kathy Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Occam's gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror or directly into the mouth of a bass. It was always going to end with her in Occam's belly. I just didn't think my Tom would be fool enough to go along with it. Do you think Tom could have run away on his own? Absolutely not. Tom's a 3rd generation bass boy, proud and true. Why? Just last month he said, "I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass, Dad." Does that sound like the words of a boy with 1 foot out the door? No. There's simpler explanation. The siren song of Kathy Tracy, who lures good men into the bellies of gators. Is there a finder's fee? 200 meat, for starters, and my mother's fishing rod for the entree. On one condition. I don't want you looking for Kathy on Tracy's dime. It's Tom that needs saving, and he needs saving from her. So that's the condition. Oh, and you also need to find Tom. So that's 2 conditions. How about throwing in fishing rights? Is it a special fishing rod? Deal. Okay. How about throwing in fishing rights? Oh, your generation talks a big game about suffrage and self-governance, but in the end, what you really want is a largemouth bass. I'll give you 10 minutes alone with the fish. How about that? No questions asked. Is it a special fishing rod? It is, and I'll tell you why. It has never caught a fish. Oh, that sounds worse than a normal fishing rod. It has never caught a fish, always catches 2. Don't know how it works? Don't want to know how it works. We just thank Poseidon for the bounty. Okay, deal. Hooray! Now I have no idea where you might find Tom, but what I'll do is let you into our quarter in the back. I know he keeps a diary, though I've never been able to make sense of the thing. Fundamentally, the way your generation speaks is utter nonsense to me. The mad rambling of youth. Perhaps you'll understand it. Now bring him home, you hear me? Alright, be seeing you. So that's the quarters, I assume? Help you with something? Yeah, what's back there? Those are crew quarters. Wait, you live here? Where the fish live, we live. I see. Well, let's go in then. Alright, what do we have here? So many fishermen don't get into largemouth bass because they can't hack the bunk beds. It's possible that a largemouth bass fisherman could do that job while sleeping in a nice soft bed, but it's never been tried anywhere in the world. It seems that the leftmost locker belongs to Tom Chapman. Let's open it. Yeah, with the crowbar. Oh! It wasn't quite what you intended to do, but luckily you did manage to reveal a secret cache hidden behind the lockers. Let's search Tom's hole. Phrasing. Tom Chapman's diary. Okay, let's look inside it then. This diary belongs to Tom Chapman. If found, please return to Largemouth Bass and Sons. For controversial thoughts and secret plans, turn to page 19. For information of no consequence, turn to page 33. Let's go to the information of no consequence first. It's dangerous, but the only way we won't be followed is if we take the truck through the Gatorman camp. We'll ask Peter where it is. Alright. Now let's turn to page 19. Animal ideas. 3-toed squid, chihuahua big, 4-toed squid, honey-hating bear, rabbit, more teeth, faster chimp, grandfather cat, balder eagle, sleeping dog that lies, egg cat. Okay. That is cryptic. That is very cryptic. Wait. There was another door there. Is that just to the mess? To the mess? Yeah. The sign claims that there are cups of homemade bone broth. And that you should take one. Let's do what it says. Some bone broth. Not want to question the instructions on a tiny sign, you grab a cup. Broth made from fish bones. Not unlike the ocean itself. Increases your muscle by 1 and your maximum HP by 5 until you use another potion. Sure. Unsuitable bones are ground up here into thin meal. Broken bones pile high in the sink. Detritus from the experiments of an apprentice reboner. Everything on this shelf is labeled hardtack. Take some tack. The non-perishable and long-lasting foodstuff sustains the fishermen on their voyage from this building to outside this building. Hardtack. Increases your physical armor by 5. This is much harder than tack. Okay. And outside here, we have... What lies beyond that door is only for fishermen. What is it? It's fish. Can I fish here? Find Tom, then you'll get your fish. Okay. Now, I know what he said about not talking to the other guy. The guard eyes you suspiciously. The guard seems a little nervous. Let's talk to... there are shotguns keeping you out or something else in. Who cares? I'm going inside. Alright. What do we have here? Empty to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Any idea who did this? I can't prove it yet, but I'll be damned if Occam's Gator did not have his claws in this. When did this happen? 3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe. Any chance your daughter could have opened the safe? Impossible. I never told her that the combination was 3. Tough break. Very tough, yes. Through the knife of the deboner doth still shape largemouth bass, and the world through your action... Okay, I'll try it again now that I kind of know where the sentence is going, and I don't just stumble my way through it. Through the knife of the deboner doth still shape largemouth bass, and the world through your actions. There are legion who do not believe and would tear down thy work. Yes, 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 poetic. This grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Let's talk to him. Greetings, as a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me, I make 6 figures a year behind this desk. And mind your manners. You're addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass and Sons. You must be Jay, the one who's thrown in their lot with that wretch of a reboner next door. Oh, surprised I know your name? Well, a largemouth bass have ears. I'd like to talk about your daughter. I don't see the point. You've thrown in with the Chapmans already. It sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remark, as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as assuming preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There is a much simpler explanation. Occam's Gator. Let's ask what he has to say about our dear friend Occam's Gator. A monstrous gator man, centuries old, 10 feet tall. If he's an inch... 10 feet tall if he's an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails as sharp as razors, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetites are insatiable. He'll strike at night and gobble up our fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now I fear my Kathy. Let's keep listening. I don't know what we did to provoke his ire, but that beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. I sometimes think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor. You think Occam's Gator ate Kathy? If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Occam's Gator sounds made up, which, yes, that tracks. You think Occam's Gator ate Kathy? You have to understand, for decades, Occam's Gator has been the sole author of this business's misfortune. Could he eat a child? Absolutely. That's his MO, or monstrous operandi. If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap is his glacially slow digestion. Go ask Sylvester, a guard of ours. He was swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept. Okay, where can I find Sylvester? I don't know. We had to terminate him from attempting to unionize. Oh, wonderful. Occam's Gator sounds made up. There's nothing made up about a giant blue gator man who eats guns. One of our guards actually saw Occam's, even took a shot at him, but conventional weapons have no effect. Are you saying you haven't seen Occam's Gator? I've seen the destruction he's wrought. I've certainly seen that. Let's talk about something else for now. If you must, but I warn you, my daughter's abduction makes me a poor conversationalist. Do you think if Cicero's daughter was missing, he could have gone and said all the famous sayings for which Cicero is known? What do you do here? As I've said, I'm the chief deboning officer here. My team and I debone the largemouth bass, after which it is passed over to my colleague across the way for reboning. Alright then, I'll be on my way. What does this say? You're not close enough to read this? You're now close enough to... You're not close enough to read this. Yes, I am. Aquademy of fresh and saltwater game fish. Certificate of nomination for award. Be it known that Adam Tracy was nominated for an Aquademy Award of Merit for Outstanding Achievement. Best Deboning Bass. What's back here? Your quarters? How did you know that? That's where Mr. Chapman has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you'd like to admit. Wash your mouth out with fish soap. Can I go inside? No, that's a space for the Tracy family, like our crypt. Can I go to that? You'd better not. Is this the mess? It is. And just so you know, the fish we serve here is deboned, and that's just the way we like it. I don't want to see you putting new bones in the fish. You definitely won't see that. Now let's go in. There's a cat. Hello, cat. Fishing cats are slow to trust. Let's try to pet her. The cat ignores your attempts to befriend it. Only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will win you over. Alas, that's a shame. The sign says, take a bottle of bass oil. Let's take a bottle of bass oil. Why, it's glued to the table. Bottles, crate, the whole thing. You now notice the reverse of the sign, which says, which reads, if you can. Okay, let's take the sign. We've got an annoying sign, just sell it, yes. And now we need one more muscle, so we'll put on the sports shorts, shall we? And now we can take a bottle, yes. Huzzah, you break the bonds of the glue with a satisfying thwomp. Okay, a crate of bass oil. So we tore the entire crate off. Very good. From Largemouth Bass and Sons. A crate of largemouth bass oil and sons. Let's take it to the speakeasy then. Very good. It's nice to have. The refrigerator hums with quiet menace. Or maybe it's the motor. Let's search it. The only item inside is a sardine salad sandwich in a cardboard box. The box is labeled Adams, do not eat. The sandwich smacks of something foul and deeply wrong, as if the food had rotted itself to punish your minor transgression. It reminds you of the story of your friend Eve, who ate a forbidden window display sandwich and was cast out from the Garden of Eden restaurant. Minus muscle, minus moxie. Like Eve, you have tasted a forbidden sandwich and must face the consequences. The original sandwich. I don't know why, but sandwich really tickles me in a special kind of way. Fucking sandwich. There's a bass thawing in the sink and in each of the drawers. Let's splash some water on our face. We lose the effect of the original sandwich. Okay. Let's see if we can eat something else now, because I think our food effect must have worn off completely. Effects. Bedeviled. Oh no, we still have the food effect. Okay, good. Very good, very good. That door is locked, making this room even more disappointing. Shame. Okay. Well, let's see. Alright, so I think that's gonna take us to the Gator Man village. So let's go there. What you take to be a giant bleeding tooth jutting out of a tree stump turns out to be one of those mushrooms that looks just like a giant bleeding tooth. Let's take the blood. It's hematic ichor. Quick fungal dentistry. Very good. Now let's go to the village. Yes, those are gator men. Sure are. Ooh. Wait, could I? I was sure. Yeah, okay. This looks like a nice fishing spot. Let's fish this spot. What do we find here? Nice, you caught a brown-eyed slime fish. You toss it in your sack. And some meat. And next up, grody barf trout. That sounds fantastic. And 2 meat. What else is in there in this fishing place? A revolting snapper. And that's all we get here. Let's quickly fight those. These guys seem pretty focused on their meal, their after meal hygiene and their after hygiene rest respectively. Very good, let's do that. Ooh, goodbye. Goodbye, Clarence. Take a whiff of that. Alright, alright, alright. You are gonna deal... Gatorman Mush Muncher is going to munch a mushroom which will have unpredictable effects. Stench damage, okay, and you are gonna heal. Okay, I think it's still worth it to increase my resistance to armor, and you're gonna do something unpredictable. I kind of want to see what it does. Let's take out the healer and buff my mysticality. And another one. And once more with feeling. You're just gonna heal yourself, I suppose? No, you're just gonna heal allies. Okay. Then we're gonna whisk you for 22. Yes, let's do that. Ooh, stench damage. Well, good thing I prepared for stench damage. It's sometimes hard to see my mouse cursor on the white background, that's why I sometimes take a little longer fumbling around to find what I want to click. Alright, zap. And you, and you. That's okay. What? That did a whole lot. Oh my lord. Oh, you're poisoned now. Very good, very good. Yeah, I don't think I can win this. Let's sap you out of existence, and this guy's gonna knock her out. Okay, that did a surprising amount. Contemplative, +1 mysticality. Okay, let's give that another go, and this time we'll do better.